Today we've been talking about being free in Christ. And a great hindrance to living free in Christ is actually negative thinking. Many of us struggle with thoughts that trap us in defeat, doubt, and disappointment. In fact, Satan knows this and tries to infiltrate our minds with negative thoughts through people, situations, and circumstances. But God offers us a way to freedom by renewing our minds in Christ and filling them with His word and truth. In Romans 12:2, it says this, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect." So how do we find freedom through renewed thinking? Well, first of all, it's really important that we identify negative thought patterns. This is the first step towards finding freedom, being able to see the thoughts that hold us captive. So, what are some of the strongest thoughts influencing your behaviors and habits? These might be thoughts of fear, doubt, anxiety, inadequacy. You might even get more specific than that. It might be anxieties around your health. But I encourage you to write them down and to be honest with yourself that you have these thoughts. Once you've written down the negative thought patterns, start to reflect on maybe some past experiences or consider how they've shaped these thoughts. It's crucial to bring these thoughts to light because when they remain hidden, they actually maintain their power over us. But as we recognize what is driving our negative thinking, we can begin the work of renewing our thinking. So ask yourself, what triggers these negative thoughts? Maybe you can seek help from friends, counselors, and professionals who can offer support and perspective. And most importantly, ask God to help you identify these negative thought patterns that are keeping you captive. Psalm 26 verse 2 says, "Examine me, O Lord, and prove me. Try my mind and my heart." Then, as you identify these patterns, you can begin to embrace renewed thinking. Renew means simply new, to make new. So how can you think differently? Well, it involves identifying the negative thought patterns to truly break free, but then it needs to take us towards tangible steps towards new thought patterns. This involves replacing negative thoughts with God's truth and then speaking these new thoughts into our minds so that they become the more natural ones. For instance, if you doubt your abilities, each time that doubt comes into your mind, you can start to speak the truth from Philippians 4 verse 13 that says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Embracing freedom is about continually reframing your thoughts in light of God's promises. Over time, these new thought patterns will transform your mind and life, leading you to experience the freedom that God intends for you. So let's commit to this daily process, trusting that God will guide us towards a clear, godly perspective. And in that, you will build bold faith.